So this is the first part of Heimskringla, and I'll be reading Ynglinga Saga first. And I'm reading here in by Agri Baunahøy. Agri Baunahøy, of course, is on the east coast, and it's in an area that's very rich in history here. Viking Age history, Iron Age history, going way back. Loads of burial mounds in this area, and of course there's Agri Baunahøy, which is behind me here. Agri Baunahøy, Baunahøy means Baune is a place of fire and Høy is a hill. So this was kind of like a part of the early warning system in Denmark during the old ages and the Viking Age. So if for example King Harald Hardrade came from Norway behind me up on the ocean there, in the fjord there, this is where they would light a fire, and you would see it. And then they would continue lighting fires in country, Eier Baunahøy, and other places. So Baun is fireplace and Høy is hill. So it's a really beautiful country, and I think I'll just move my camera through the landscape here while we listen to the reading, and be back for some comments afterwards. Heimskringla, Snorri Sturlason, Ynglinga Saga. Here is a description of how the lands are structured. The encircled world where men live is cut through by many bays. Great oceans run into the lands from the outer sea. It is known that an ocean runs from Nørvasund all the way to Jordsalaland. From this ocean runs a great ocean bottom towards the north by the name of Svartehavet. It divides the three parts of the world. The one to the east is named Asia. The one to the west some call Europa and others Enea. North of Svartehavet lies Great or Cold Svisjord. Some people say Great Svisjord is no smaller than Great Serkland, and others liken her to Great Bláland. The northern part of Svisjord lies uninhabited by frost and cold, just as the southern part of Bláland is barren from the burning sun. In Svisjord there are many great domains, and there are many different kinds of nations as well as many languages. There are giants, and there are dwarves, and there are also blåmen, and there are all kinds of peculiar places. There are also strange animals and dragons of great size. North of those mountains that lie beyond where people live runs a river through Svisjord, which rightly is called Tanais. In older times she was called Tanakvisl or Vanakvisl. She reaches the sea at Svartehavet. Along the Vanakvisls, the lands were called Vanaland or Vanaheimer, and so the river divides the parts of the world. To the east is named Asia, and to the west Europa. So a little bit on the words that might confuse and names. Nørvasund is Gibraltar. So Sund is like the English word sound, so it's actually the sound at Gibraltar, between modern day Morocco and Spain. And Jordsalaland is Jerusalem, and the lands around Jerusalem. And he's referring to the Mediterranean Ocean, of course. Svartehavet is the Black Sea. And yes, it literally means the Black Sea and refers to the Black Sea. And when he is talking about Europe, he says Europa or Enea. And Europa is same today in Scandinavian. It's the word for Europe. And Enea is because he is named after a Trojan hero, because the Vikings held that they heralded from Anatolia, and Troy was mentioned often, and the area going up along the Black Sea, along Caucasus, and yeah, so along that coast down to modern-day Turkey and Anatolia. And you know, a lot of modern scholars, they scoff at this notion of Troy, but they scoffed at Troy, said it was the stuff of myths and legends and not real, only a few decades ago. So if the Vikings heralded from that area and came up, you know, during the Iron Age, or who knows, you know, maybe they're not too far off with their, I mean, they lived closer to the time than we do. Yeah, so, and then we have, I wrote down Svishud, yes, Great Svishud. This is a name for what is roughly the Russian areas today. Little Svishud is what we call Sweden, excepting perhaps the complete northern parts of modern-day Sweden, which would have perhaps been more outside of that time's Svishud. Barley, den away, come, här, Barley, duktig. Serkland are the Islamic Arabic cultures at the time, going through from Spain, which was under Islamic, parts of it were under Islamic rule, and through North Africa, parts of the Middle East, and through Arabia. And Great Serkland is generally the North African area. Bláland is sub-Saharan and Saharan Africa. Blå, like in blue, is the color blue. And blå men, they are blue men. They are men of peoples of the dark skin color. Tanais, this is the river Don, and the same with Tanakvissel and Vanakvissel, refer to the same river. Yeah. Kvissel means kind of like a cleft, branching cleft. Maybe not too far away from like the word also used in modern Scandinavian languages, kvist, which is a part of a branch. So yeah, that's it for the first part, and see you next time.